So, about last night. You won the game. It didn't look pretty. Most of college football is making fun of you right now, but you won the game. You won the dang day. My biggest takeaway, though, is just what are we doing? This game was genuinely heartbreaking to watch, whether the outcome was good or not, which the outcome was good. You won the game, and that's what matters. You're 1-1. You could easily be 0-2, and you're not. Conversely, you could be 2-0 right now, and you're also not. But let's just talk about what happened against North Dakota, what K-State's fallout is, what needs to be done. Quite honestly, a lot needs to be done on pretty much all sides of the ball. The offense looked actually pretty good last night. I have a fun time watching this offense, except for the O-line. I'm not sure what's regressed so much there. Obviously, Connor Riley not being there is going to hurt, but the O-line has just regressed so much from the last couple of years, and that's been really painful to watch from an offensive perspective. Your chain movers, though, your Avery Johnson and Jace Brown, that's been the more fun thing. Avery Johnson especially. I think this game should prove that Avery Johnson is not the problem on this offense as to what's going on. It's not Avery Johnson. Jace Brown can catch the deep ball. Great. I still don't really understand why there's so many drops happening. That's what doesn't make sense to me. Yes, Avery throws some very bad passes every now and then. The receivers also get a lot of passes dropped right in their hands, and they fail to catch it. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if they need to put some resin on their gloves or what. Excuse me. But that's like the most frustrating part on offense to me. Even Big Oak was dropping some passes last night. I was just like, what is going on? What is going on? And it just seems like a hangover game from Ireland. Now, I always say it did look very good against her FCS opponent last night, but I digress. I think this was a hangover game. You get this one out of the way. You won the dang day and move on. Move on from it. Fix the mistakes and move on from it. So like I said, Avery Johnson, not the problem. Great 2-minute drill to finish the game. I believe North Dakota had over a 99% chance of winning when on the 2nd and 11 play in that 2-minute drive. So props to Avery for figuring it out, for doing it. I can't imagine how that crowd was going to feel after that game. Being in it, it felt not hostile, but everyone was kind of on pins and needles. Like, what is going on? What is happening? This isn't the K-State football that I grew up with, right? All that negative nonsense. But, I mean, it's a little warranted after that. But Avery Johnson, I don't think it's a problem. And I think people are going to realize that now. I hope the mainstream will stop putting it on him. That he's the make or break for the program, because in my opinion, it clearly isn't. Right now, it's the O-line, and on the offense at least, it's the O-line and dropping passes. Stop dropping passes if they hit you in the hands. The last thing I'll say about Avery, though, fun and frisky. That's what I used last night, and I stand by that. I still think that's the case. He throws some real meat-headed passes, like straight in the defensive player's breadbasket. And luckily, they also drop Avery Johnson's passes. So, Avery probably should have had like 4 interceptions last night. He didn't. He had none. He still has 0 through 2 games. Even though, if you watch the games, you know he probably should have more than that. But he has 0 interceptions. He's responsible for 0 turnovers as of right now. But he also throws a very good ball. When the ball is good, it's really good. Like, it's very he has shown signs of life on just hitting these great in-stride passes. He can throw the deep ball to Jace Brown. He just needs to clean up the meat-headed passes of being colorblind, kind of like Will Howard had once per game, right? Just clean that up, get it figured out, and move on from there, though, because Avery is the engine, and he's a pretty good looking engine right now. You just need the rest of the offense to go around him. Other thing on offense is running backs. I'm not really sure how to feel about them. Rice, I really wasn't sure how to feel about after Iowa State, but he had some very bright spots. against North Dakota, specifically the touchdown run, showing off some speed. He's our running back 3, so I would assume once Dylan Edwards comes back, he's probably not going to get a whole lot of reps, but I like, you know what? I was trying to feel about him, and after last night, I feel a little bit better about him. Joe Jackson, I feel good about him. I don't think he's like a DJ Giddens yet, but when I see Joe Jackson has the ball, I feel decent about it, right? I don't feel like he's going to get sacked 5 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Then again, I don't think I've seen a whole lot of production from him yet. He still has room to grow. He'll get there. I truly believe he'll get there. And once Dylan Edwards gets back, the running back room will be really sharp. But in his absence right now, I don't feel bad. I don't feel like super bad about the running back room. I'm just like kind of unsure about it. O-line, you got to fix that. What are we doing? And again, drop passes from the tight ends, wide receivers. What are we doing? Defense is the bigger problem. You can't give up 35 points in North Dakota. You can't keep giving up these 3rd and longs, these 4th down conversions. What are we doing? You cannot give those up against FCS North Dakota. This isn't the good North Dakota we're talking. This is the mid North Dakota. I say mid because they're obviously not terrible, but they're not great. I think they're like 155th in the Massey complex. So they're not outstanding by any means. This isn't a team you should be giving up 5 touchdowns to. Figure it out. How does that happen? I don't, it's just like the people in the stands were saying, it's like not the Kansas State football I knew. So why did the defense look so good against Iowa State? And then they dropped that against North Dakota. It just doesn't make any sense to me. Figure it out. Like I said, kind of on all facets of the game, other than Avery Johnson and Jace Brown, I don't really think the team was doing very well as a whole. Hopefully a hangover game. Chris Kleiman kind of talked about that in the post-press game presser, that this hangover game happens after going to Ireland, which is one more reason you kind of scratch your head at going to Ireland, but that's behind us now. But you hope this is a hangover game and you figure it out from here. I mean, 1-1, you're 2 weeks into the season. You're not even 2 weeks into the season, if we're being totally technically speaking, right? Plenty of time to figure it out. K-State has a very bad habit of playing down to competition, right? It's also seen in the basketball team, ironically, but the football team, it happens too, right? Playing down to competition. Now, I think this game is a perfect example of that, of K-State just playing down to competition. Maybe they got cocky after Ireland. They just said, okay, let's take a few days breather, and we'll lightly ease back into it. This is just North Dakota. We don't need to go super hard training at them, right? I don't want that to be the case, but honestly, I would rather that be the case than it being that this is the team that we're going to see for the next 10 games, right? Because it's going to be a very long season if this is the Kansas State team we're watching for the next 10 games. So figure it out. You're fine. You're 1-1. You got a last season ahead of you. You got a big game against Army this week that you could easily blow out of the water, instill some confidence back in the team, and get going into Big 12 play. Arizona's out of conference, but you know what I mean. And then you got Arizona, and then you got UCF. You have 3 very beatable teams up next in the schedule before that big Waco game, which is kind of what I talked about last week, right? So get your heads on straight. Coaches, figure it out. Kleiman, figure things out. I love you, Kleiman. Figure things out. Because that was painful last night. That was painful. But I still have hope and optimism for the Cats. I don't think it's time to give up on them. I don't think it's time to show Kleiman the door just yet. I've seen a lot of stuff on Twitter about that. I don't think it's time for that just yet. That's my take for the day. Hope you guys have a good rest of your day. Wishing the Cats good luck at Army. And have a good Sunday. Don't don't jump off the ledge just yet. See what they can do.